Do you know why your 10-year-old son thinks an ATM is a magic money tree? Or why your daughter breaks down crying when you say we don't have money for toys? The truth that 90% of American parents have no idea about is this: your child's money psychology has been shaped since they were 3 years old. And what's even scarier, how you teach your kids about money today will determine whether they're rich or poor 30 years from now. Today, I'm going to expose the dark truths about children's money psychology that the education system never teaches you. I'll reveal why some kids who grow up in poor families become millionaires, while rich kids go bankrupt at 25. Listen here. After you finish reading this, you'll understand why the way you talk about money with your kids can create either a billionaire or a lifelong debtor. You'll never look at teaching children about money the same way again. The story begins with a shocking study. 80–90% of a person's attitudes about money are formed before they turn 7. What does that mean? It means that when your child enters first grade, they already have a nearly complete financial brain. I'll be straight with you. Children aren't born understanding money. They learn everything from you, their parents. But here's what's terrifying. They don't learn from what you say, but from what you do. You can tell your child, saving is good, hundreds of times. But if they see you stressed about money every month end, if they hear you fighting with your spouse about money, if they see you impulse shopping when you're sad, that's the real lesson they're learning. This is the most dangerous phase that 90% of parents completely ignore. From 3 to 7 years old, during this silent absorption stage, children's brains operate like super-sensitive recording devices, capturing every detail about how the family treats money. Sound familiar? A 3-year-old sees mom swipe a card at the grocery store. Food appears. In their mind, card equals unlimited food. A 5-year-old sees dad stressed while looking at his phone, checking bank balance. They learn that money equals stress. The truth is, during this stage, children create money scripts that will follow them for life. Money is always scarce if they see parents constantly worrying about money. Money is infinite if they see parents spending freely. Rich equals evil if they hear parents bad-mouthing wealthy people. Poor equals pitiful if they see parents feeling inferior about their income. You know what? Children learn about money just like learning language. They don't need anyone to teach them. They just need to observe and imitate. And here's the problem. You're teaching your kids about money 24/7, even when you're not saying anything about money. What are the silent lessons your child learns every day? When you stress over the electricity bill, your child learns money equals tension. When you shop to relieve stress, your child learns shopping equals therapy. When you say we don't have enough money, your child learns scarcity is normal. When you secretly buy things and hide them from your spouse, your child learns money equals secrets and guilt. That's why some people earning $20,000 still feel poor, while others earning $10,000 live comfortably. Money mindset is installed from childhood. From 3 to 5 years old, during the money is magic phase, parents' wrong strategy is that many parents think young children don't need to know about money yet, so they don't explain anything at all. This is a deadly mistake. Children at this age are curious about everything, and if you don't explain, they'll create their own theories. What happens is kids think ATMs are money printing machines. Kids think credit cards are endless money. Kids don't understand why sometimes they can buy things and sometimes they can't. Kids start linking money equals love, having money equals happy parents, no money equals sad parents. Warning, if you frequently use the phrase, we don't have money, to refuse buying things for your child, you're unconsciously installing a scarcity mindset in their heads. From 6 to 8 years old, during the money has rules phase, the wrong strategy is many parents start teaching children to save, but don't explain why. The result? Kids save mechanically without understanding the essence. The dangerous phenomenon is kids start negotiating with money. I'll do this if dad gives me money. Kids learn money equals conditions. Instead of money equals tool, kids can become either too greedy or too afraid of money. This is the most dangerous time because your child is forming their relationship with money. If you use money as a reward for everything, Your child will learn that money is the only motivation. From 9 to 12 years old is the decisive phase of understanding real value. This is when your child begins to understand that money isn't infinite and you need to work to have money. But how you explain work will shape their entire work ethic. Common traps include teaching kids working hard will make you rich, mistake about linear thinking, not teaching kids about passive income and assets, only focusing on spending while forgetting earning and investing. From 13 to 16 years old is the most dangerous phase, social pressure and comparison. This is when your child's money psychology is heavily influenced by friends and society. If the foundation from previous stages isn't solid, your child will easily be swept along. The real pressures are, everyone has the latest iPhone. Tommy's family has a car. Why don't we? Sarah's parents give her more allowance. If you don't prepare well for this stage, your child might fall into two extremes, either becoming overly materialistic or feeling inferior about family conditions. There are psychological traps that parents unconsciously create. The first trap is money equals love. How this trap is created: buying things for kids when wanting to compensate for lack of time, giving money instead of spending quality time, expressing love through spending. The consequence is kids grow up thinking spending money equals showing love, and might become people who buy affection with money or demand gifts to feel loved. The second trap is money equals security. How it's created: always stressing about money in front of kids, talking too much about uncertain future, teaching kids must save because afraid of running out of money. The consequence is kids might become hoarders, accumulating money but afraid to invest or spend reasonably, living in financial anxiety for life. The third trap is money equals evil. How it's created: bad-mouthing rich people in front of kids, teaching kids good people don't get rich, creating guilt when kids want expensive things. The consequence is kids will have upper limit problems, unconsciously sabotaging themselves whenever they start succeeding financially. The fourth trap is money equals identity. How it's created: bragging about expensive things, judging yourself and others by possessions, teaching kids must have money to be respected. The consequences is kids will tie self-worth to net worth, leading to depression during financial difficulties. So how do you hack positive money psychology for your kids? From 3 to 5 years old, create foundation with the golden rule of normalizing money talk. Specific methods: when shopping, mom is choosing between this and that because we have a budget. When paying, this card is like an electronic wallet. Money still comes from dad's account. When kids demand to buy something, we'll add it to our wish list and make a plan. Absolutely avoid: we don't have money, too expensive, we're poor. From 6 to 8 years old, teach about choices and trade-offs with the golden rule that every choice has a cost. How to do it: give kids a small budget and let them decide. Explain the concept of opportunity cost with simple examples. Let kids experience waiting and saving for what they want. Real example: you have $10. You can buy candy today or save for 3 more days to buy a toy. What do you choose? From 9 to 12 years old, teach about value creation with the golden rule that money comes from creating value for others. How to do it: create opportunities for kids to earn money by solving real problems. Distinguish between chores, mandatory household tasks, and business opportunities. Teach about different types of income. Example: instead of paying for household chores, create services that kids can provide. Wash car, organize garage, help neighbors. From 13 to 16 years old, teach about systems and investing with the golden rule to build systems, not just earn money. How to do it: teach about compound interest through real examples. Introduce the concept of assets versus liabilities. Let kids experience simple investments, savings accounts, stock market games. There are deadly mistakes parents commonly make. The first mistake is thinking kids are too young, don't need to know about money yet. The truth is, your child is learning about money every day, whether you teach them or not. The question is whether they're learning right or wrong. The second mistake is using money as motivation for everything. Why is this wrong? This creates external motivation instead of internal motivation. Kids will only do good work when there's money reward. The third mistake is not distinguishing between needs and wants. The consequence is kids grow up not knowing how to prioritize and easily fall into consumer debt. The fourth mistake is completely protecting kids from money stress. Why is this wrong? Kids need to learn how to deal with financial uncertainty in a healthy way. Overprotection will shock them when they face real life. The fifth mistake is teaching kids to save but not teaching investing. The problem is in an era of inflation, pure saving is losing money. Kids need to understand different financial vehicles. To create a millionaire mindset instead of a poor mindset, you need to understand the difference. Poor mindset says, we don't have enough money. Rich people are just lucky. Money is the root of all problems. Must work hard to get rich. Millionaire mindset says, how can we get this? Rich people create value for many people. Money is a tool to solve problems. Must work smart and create systems. How to install millionaire mindset is by changing language. Replace we don't have money with this isn't in this month's budget. Replace too expensive with is this value worth it? Replace this price is terrible with how can we afford this? Create abundance mindset by teaching kids to see opportunities everywhere, encouraging problem-solving thinking, celebrating others' wealth instead of jealousy. There are 5 golden principles to nurture a financial genius. The first principle is start early but age appropriate. Don't wait until kids are old enough. Start when they're 3 years old, but it must be suitable for each age. The second principle is model the behavior you want to see. Kids learn from what you do, not what you say. Make sure you have a healthy relationship with money first. The third principle is make money conversations normal. Don't create taboos around money topics. Money should be discussed as naturally as weather or football. The fourth principle is focus on financial literacy, not just saving. Teach kids to understand money systems, not just putting money in piggy banks. The fifth principle is let them make small mistakes. Failure is the best teacher. Let kids experience the consequences of financial decisions in a safe environment. Now you understand why how you talk about money with your kids today will determine whether they become millionaires or middle class 20 years from now. The education system will never teach your children about financial intelligence. That's your responsibility. The truth is, there's no time machine to go back and fix mistakes in how you taught your kids about money. But here's good news. Today is still not too late to start. Children who grow up with healthy money mindset will never have to live paycheck to paycheck. They won't stress about money. They'll know how to create wealth and use money as a tool to create the life they want. Understanding psychological development cycles is most important. Don't wait until your child is 18 to start teaching about money. Don't play by the rules of the outdated education system. Create a financial foundation for your children starting today. If this article opens your eyes, share it with other parents. Help awaken more people about the importance of financial education for kids. Don't let the system continue creating financially illiterate generations. Your children deserve a financially free future. And that future starts with the first conversation about money you'll have with them.